Urgent Dallas Cowboys fans, do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel because here we bring you daily videos with the latest Dallas Cowboys updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Cowboys Nation. Today, we're diving deep into a story that's been buzzing around the NFL and especially within the Dallas Cowboys fan base. It's about a player who, just a few years ago, was an obscure name making waves in the Spring League, but who has since risen to become one of the most intriguing figures on the Cowboys roster. His journey from relative anonymity to a Pro Bowl returner has been nothing short of remarkable, and recently, it's been tested like never before. We're talking about none other than KaVontae Turpin. His ascent is the kind of story that encapsulates the NFL's unpredictable nature. A player who defied odds, secured a lucrative extension, and carved out a niche that fans and analysts alike can't stop talking about. But hold on, it's not all smooth sailing for Turpin these days. As exciting as his journey has been, his latest performances have sparked debate, controversy, and a lot of questions. Is he still the dynamic playmaker he was when he first burst onto the scene? Or are recent mistakes and penalties threatening to derail the momentum he's built? Today, we'll analyze every angle from his statistical decline, the recent penalties that have become a hot topic, Jerry Jones's comments, and what all this means for the Cowboys' season and future. So buckle up because this story is layered, complex, and full of implications for the Cowboys' championship aspirations. Let's start with the big reveal. Recently, KaVontae Turpin, the electrifying return specialist for the Dallas Cowboys, who signed a 3-year, $18 million extension this offseason, has seen his impact diminish. This is a player who, not long ago, was celebrated for his explosive plays, game-changing returns, and undeniable spark on special teams. His rise from an unknown Spring League signing to a Pro Bowl returner is a narrative that captured the imagination of the NFL community. Remember, Turpin's journey is a testament to perseverance. Coming from a league that's often overlooked, he proved his worth with sheer speed, agility, and determination. But as we all know, the NFL is a game of consistency, discipline, and situational awareness. And here's where things get complicated. His recent stats tell a different story. His average yards per return on punts has dropped from an impressive 4 yards to just 5 yards. That's nearly half, a significant dip that raises eyebrows. On kickoffs, he's gone from 5 yards per return to just 25. While these numbers might still seem decent compared to league averages, the trend is clear. Turpin isn't the same explosive force he was earlier in the season. What could be causing this decline? Is it a matter of increased scouting, opponents adjusting their kick coverage, or perhaps even a slight loss of form? Beyond the numbers, the emotional and mental toll is evident. The penalties have become a concerning issue. In back-to-back weeks, Turpin was flagged for calling for a fair catch, and then, surprisingly, running with the ball afterward. A risky move that not only cost yardage, but also gave opponents a chance to capitalize on mistakes. These aren't just small errors. They're costly mistakes that can change the momentum of a game. And let's be honest, in the NFL, one penalty can be the difference between victory and defeat. Jerry Jones, the Cowboys owner and general manager, addressed this directly during his interview on 105.3 The Fan. His words were blunt but honest. Turpin has got to quit making these fair catch penalties. Jones emphasized that the player needs to understand when to call a fair catch and when to run, especially at critical moments. It's almost as if the Cowboys are asking Turpin to regain his composure, to refocus, and to remember the instincts that made him a playmaker in the first place. Jones's comments also shed light on a broader perspective. He's not overly concerned about Turpin's struggles in the return game this season. Why? Because even with these setbacks, Jones still sees immense value in Turpin's potential. He pointed out that Turpin's hustle, the game-saving fumble recovery in Week 13 against the Kansas City Chiefs, exemplifies his effort and worth to the team. That play was a prime example of Turpin's instincts and speed. It's easy to forget that, despite the recent penalties, Turpin remains one of the most dangerous returners in the league when he's on his game. So, what does this all mean for the Cowboys? The team's special teams unit, which has been a mixed bag this season, relies heavily on players like Turpin to swing field position and energize the team. If he can clean up his mental lapses and regain his explosive form, he remains a crucial weapon. But if these penalties continue, it could lead to more missed opportunities, more costly mistakes, and even impact the team's confidence in him during critical moments. Special teams often fly under the radar, but they are a vital component of NFL success. Remember how a single big return can ignite a team or how a costly penalty can stifle momentum. That's the fine line Turpin is walking right now. Now, let's analyze his overall impact in the context of the season. The Cowboys, coming into this year, had high hopes. Their offense, led by Dak Prescott, has been solid, but they've been looking for ways to elevate their special teams to the elite level. Turpin was expected to be a game changer, and in many ways he has been. His speed and agility make him a matchup nightmare for opponents trying to cover punts and kickoffs. The coaching staff's confidence in him was reflected in that hefty extension, a clear sign they see him as part of their long-term plans. However, football is a game of adjustments. Opponents have started to scheme against him, and the pressure of maintaining elite performance under increasing scrutiny can be tough. The NFL is a league where every detail matters, and the slightest mistake is magnified. Turpin's recent penalties are not just about individual errors. They're about the mental focus and discipline necessary to succeed at this level. As fans, we've seen players bounce back from dips in form before, and that's what makes this story compelling. Will Turpin be able to learn from these mistakes and return to his Pro Bowl-level performance? Or is this a sign of a deeper issue that could impact his future with the team? It's also worth noting how his recent struggles compare with his overall career trajectory. Since signing his extension, Turpin has been a player who's shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency has been elusive. His role is crucial because of his unique skill set, but in the NFL, especially on teams aiming for a deep playoff run, special teams contributions can't be hit or miss. The Cowboys, with their ambitions, need their returner to be a reliable asset, not a liability. And speaking of the broader picture, how does Turpin's situation compare with other players in the league? There are few who possess his combination of speed, agility, and return ability. Yet even the best in the league, like Tyreek Hill or Devin Hester in their prime, have had moments of inconsistency. The difference is that their teams often had the depth and experience to absorb those mistakes. The Cowboys are still figuring out how best to utilize Turpin's talents while minimizing his errors. It's a balancing act, and right now they're in a period of adjustment. Let's also consider what's next for him and the team. The upcoming games, especially within the division and playoff push, will be critical. Turpin's ability to clean up his penalties and regain his explosiveness could be the difference maker down the stretch. The coaching staff might need to implement more specific drills or mental conditioning to help him stay focused. The team's confidence in him is evident from the extension, but confidence must be earned daily through performance and discipline. And what about the fans' perspective? Twitter, forums, and fan clubs have been abuzz with opinions. Some believe Turpin's recent mistakes are just a temporary setback, a slump that he'll overcome with experience and focus. Others are more skeptical, worried that these penalties might become a pattern that could hurt the team in crucial moments. The reality is that, as with any player facing adversity, his response in the coming weeks will define his season and possibly his future with the Cowboys. Now, as we look ahead, what can we expect? Will Jerry Jones's words serve as a wake-up call for Turpin, motivating him to elevate his game? Or could this controversy spark a deeper discussion about the team's special teams strategy? It's also worth wondering if, in the long run, the Cowboys might consider alternative options if Turpin doesn't stabilize his performance. But for now, he remains a vital piece of their puzzle. His speed and playmaking ability are unmatched, and the team's success hinges on whether he can harness those talents consistently. In the broader NFL landscape, Turpin's story is a reminder that no player is immune to setbacks. Even those who rise quickly often face hurdles. It's the resilience, the ability to learn and adapt, that separates the good from the great. And in a league where every yard and every mistake counts, Turpin's journey is far from over. The next few games will be critical, not just for him but for the Cowboys' playoff aspirations. Now I want to take a moment to reflect. Think about how incredible it is that a player who was once just a name in the spring league can now be so pivotal for a franchise like the Cowboys. His story is inspiring, but it's also a cautionary tale about how fragile success can be if discipline and focus aren't maintained. It's a testament to the high standards of the NFL. Every detail matters. Every play counts, and the line between glory and disappointment is razor thin. And now, Dallas Cowboys fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe Turpin can bounce back and return to his Pro Bowl form? Or do you think these penalties are a sign of deeper issues? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cowboys. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for the latest Dallas Cowboys news. The season is far from over, and this story is just getting started. So keep your eyes on Turpin, on the special teams battles, and of course, on the Cowboys' quest for another playoff run. Because in the NFL, every game, every play, and every player's story can change in the blink of an eye. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, stay passionate, stay engaged, and let's keep supporting our team through thick and thin.